Very good morning, children. Today in English workbook, let's move on to a new chapter, chapter 6, the cap seller and the monkeys. So you all know who is a cap seller. Who is a cap seller? A cap seller is a person who sells cap. So this is a story about a cap seller and some monkeys. So now let's listen to the story first. There was a man named Raju. He was a cap seller. He used to sell caps in the villages. So one day when he was selling the caps, it was a sunny day and he got tired. So he thought of taking rest under a shady tree. So he sat under a shady tree and soon fell asleep. Now on this tree there were some monkeys. You know what the monkeys did? The monkeys came down slowly and took the caps which were in the basket near the cap seller. The monkeys took the caps and they wore the caps. When Raju woke up, he saw that his caps were missing. And when he looked up, he saw that the monkeys were wearing his caps. This Raju was a very clever man. You know what he did? He threw his own cap. So the monkeys also imitated him. The monkeys also did the same. They threw the caps that they were wearing. Now Raju was very happy. He collected all the caps from the ground and he went happily. So this is the story of the cap seller and the monkeys. Now you can open your textbook page number 37. So now let's start reading the story. Chapter 6, the cap seller and the monkeys. Reading comprehension. Read the story and answer the questions that follow. Raju was a cap seller. One sunny day, he was selling colorful caps. He too was wearing a bright color cap. The caps were in a brown cloth which he always carried over his shoulder. As it was a hot day, he got tired. He sat down under a shady tree and soon fell asleep. So now let's see what it is. Raju was a cap seller. So what is the name of the cap seller? It is Raju. So Raju was a cap seller. One sunny day, he was selling colorful caps. So it was a sunny day and he was selling as usual the caps, and it was a colorful caps. He had colorful caps and he was selling the colorful caps. He too was wearing a bright color cap. Now this Raju was also wearing a bright color cap. The caps were in a brown cloth which he always carried over his shoulder. So all the caps were in a brown cloth. So all the caps he used to put it in the brown cloth, and this brown cloth he used to put it on his shoulder. As it was a hot day, he got tired, and it said that it was a sunny day. So after selling the caps, he got so tired. So what did he do? He sat down under a shady tree and soon fell asleep. So as he was tired, he went and sat near a shady tree, but he soon fell asleep. Let's look at the next paragraph. There were some naughty monkeys on the tree. They came down and took the caps from the cloth. They put the caps on their heads and climbed up the tree happily. Now what happened? There were some naughty monkeys on the tree. So we saw that Raju sat under a shady tree and he fell asleep there. Now on the trees there were some naughty monkeys, and what did they do? They came down and took the caps from the cloth. So they took all the caps from the Raju's cloth. They put the caps on their heads and climbed up the tree happily. So they took all the caps and they wore it on their heads and they climbed up the trees happily. Raju woke up and saw that the monkeys were wearing the caps. Now Raju was a clever man. He thought of a plan. He took off his cap and threw it on the ground. The monkeys also threw down their caps. Raju quickly picked up his caps. He packed them in his cloth and walked away with a smile. So let's see what happened. Raju woke up and saw that the monkeys were wearing the caps. So when Raju woke up, he saw that his caps were missing. And where did he find the caps? He saw that the monkeys were wearing his caps. Now Raju was a clever man. So this Raju was a very clever man. And what did he do? He thought of a plan. He took off his cap and threw it on the ground. So what did he do? The cap which he was wearing, he took it off and he threw it on the ground. The monkeys also threw down their caps. So the monkeys also did the same. What did they do? They did like what Raju did. So they also took their caps and threw it on the ground. Now what happened? All the caps fell down on the ground. The monkeys also threw down their caps. Raju quickly picked up his caps. So Raju was very happy that he picked up all the caps. He got all the caps from the monkeys. He packed them in his cloth and walked away with his smile. So he collected all the caps, packed it in his bag and walked away with a smiling face. So this is the story of the cap seller and the monkeys. Read the chapter 2 times. Now let's move on to our exercises. You can turn to page number 38. So let's see what it is. Look at these pictures of the story you have just read. Write a sentence about each picture below it. Put the pictures in the correct order. So here you can see the pictures are given. The pictures are of the story, the cap seller and the monkeys. And we have to write down sentences looking at this picture. So there are 4 pictures given there. In the first picture, you can see that Raju is lying down under the tree and you can see that the monkeys are wearing the caps. In the second picture, you can see that Raju is carrying the caps in his brown cloth and he is walking towards the tree. Third picture, you can see that monkeys are throwing their caps. Fourth one, you can see that Raju took all the caps and is walking away. So this picture is not given in the correct order. We have to arrange the order. First, let's write the sentences under each picture. In the first picture, you can see that Raju is lying down under the shady tree. So there you can write, the monkeys took all the caps. When Raju was asleep, the monkeys took all the caps. So here you can write, the monkeys took all the caps. In the second picture, you can write there under the picture, Raju came under a tree to rest. Here, third picture, you can see that the monkeys are throwing their caps. So you can write it here, all the monkeys threw their caps as Raju did. And in the fourth picture, you can see Raju collecting the caps and going away. So there you can write under the picture, Raju collected his caps and went away. So after writing these sentences, you have to write the correct order of the pictures here. So this is not given in the correct order, that you can write it here. Now let's move on to exercises, page number 39. Complete the sentences. Choose your answers from the box. So help box is given and some words are given. Let's see what it is. He was clever, brown cloth. The monkeys were wearing the caps. It was a hot day and he was tired. These are the answers that are given to us. Let's look at the questions. The first one, Raju was carrying the caps in a dash. Second, Raju sat down under a tree because dash. Third one, Raju was shocked when he woke up because he saw that dash. Fourth one, Raju thought of a plan because dash. Now you have to write the answers there. You can write down the answers. Let's see what it is. The first sentence, Raju was carrying the caps in a brown cloth. So there you can write the brown cloth. The second one, Raju sat down under a tree because it was a hot day and he was tired. Third one, Raju was shocked when he woke up because he saw that the monkeys were wearing the caps. So here you can write, the monkeys were wearing the caps. And look at the fourth question, Raju thought of a plan because he was clever. So here you have to write, he was clever. Let's move on to next exercise. Circle the words in brackets that mean the same as the highlighted words. So some words are given and options are given. We have to circle the words that mean the same. So the first one, it is naughty, and we have wicked, silly, mischievous. So which is the correct option? We have to highlight it. Second, we have clever, and we have the options smart, dull, foolish. Third one, we have plan, and we have the options idea, goal, target. So let's look at the answers. The first one, naughty, and the correct answer for it is mischievous. Second one, clever, and the correct answer is smart. Third one, plan, and the correct answer for that is idea. So today we finish with this. We'll be meeting in the next class. Till then, thank you.